This week, Tonya and I are taking you on a classy ride as we join the folks from Salt Lake City Motorcars to show off a great way to have a fun day around town. Then the AYL crew is heading back to Aurora to show you that the riding fun is never ending when you're venturing on the Paiute Trail. Finally, we're joining Anthony Lujan on a food truck mission as he takes us for a behind-the-scenes look at Grove Station in Pleasant Grove. It's all headed your way now. At Your Leisure is next. You know, for all the folks that come and visit us at the Tunex in South Jordan, they're really in for a treat today because right next to our shop is Salt Lake City Motorcars. And this is where we're at today. Hey, welcome to At Your Leisure, everybody. I'm Scott Huntsman.
And I'm Tonya Huntsman.
This used to be the Gun Vault right next door to us, a wonderful gun store with a wonderful shooting range. Well, sure enough, Tom Buckley, the owner of this facility, literally renovated this entire building.
It's amazing. It's beautiful inside.
It is wonderful inside. Not only do we have Lamborghini, Bentley as new car offerings, pre-owned vehicles too, of all different kinds. McLaren, he's got Porsches here. He's got just everything.
And we get to drive some today.
Well, you know what? If we play our cards right, we could certainly do that.
I'm
because
excited.
I've been wanting to do that for a long time.
Me too.
Let's go on inside. Let's talk to the sales staff and see about all these luxurious vehicles, these exotics here, because they haven't been here very long. It's a new place. Let's go check it out.
Yes, let's do.
All right.
First off, let me welcome you to Salt Lake City Motorcars. My name is Scott Collister. The opportunity to experience these vehicles. These are vehicles that people have dreamed about, posters on walls, matchbox cars, and sometimes it's a lifelong pursuit to the point at which they can now experience these vehicles. And so the passion associated with these brands, the excitement, and the interest is infectious. Some of these brands, such as Bentley, have been built and have been in business for over 100 years. And we have these amazing stories that go with the brands. The story between Ferruccio Lamborghini and Enzo Ferrari, and those conversations that ultimately drove Ferruccio Lamborghini to want to build his very first sports car and build the car just the way he had dreamed of. So the dreams and the passion and the desire that surround these vehicles is something that we feel daily and experience with our clients as they consider these brands.
Isn't that a dream, especially to see all these vehicles in here like this, and especially all these pre-owned here, Porsches. I mean, they've got all kinds, but I think the one that really catches my eye in this showroom is this one right here.
It's very unique.
It is this Maybach Pullman by Mercedes limousine. It's really a one-off vehicle, but for some reason I just think of you with all of your friends going out, riding in this,
blast.
little champagne in the back maybe,
Yes.
if that's allowed, but I can
really
see
hot
this.
Driver.
Yeah, well, I guess that
Silver
would be me.
yeah.
I think I've been hired as the chauffeur, and I wouldn't have a problem driving this car because it is
That would be
V12
fun.
powered, and I have a feeling as big as it is, I'll bet it scoots.
Ooh, that'd be more fun. As long as you don't spill the champagne in the back.
Exactly right. I may work on getting my chauffeur's license here so that I am allowed to drive this car, which probably won't happen, but you know, I can think about it anyway. But while we do that, why don't you guys go check out this week's Where To?
The name Aurora conjures up colorful visions of the northern lights. Even in the day, this area continues to impress the witness with great riding and beautiful scenery.
The pretty part that we started on today was Willow Creek that comes up from Redmond, and we come up around Molly's Nipple, or it's called Moosonee Peak is another name for it. We come up and circled it and got on part of the Skyline Drive And then right now we're down a trail that's called the Beaver Creek Trail that goes into Mayfield. And we'll go down that trail to Mayfield and then trek back to Aurora.
An excellent loop in an area with some varied opportunities.
There's just so much to see. There's so many trails. You can't go wrong coming over through here in this beautiful valley. Oh, what I love the most is just getting up here and just being in God's country, seeing the beautiful mountains, the trees, and the smell is just phenomenal. And there's just really nothing better. It's very peaceful, and it's wonderful to just kind of leave the world behind. And it's a great reset. It's just absolutely gorgeous up here.
From the bottom of the valley up to the hills and ridgelines, there's a variety of views that keep even the locals coming back.
You just can't beat the scenery. I mean, I love it when you get into the Quakies and the pine, what we're sitting in here now. Just can't. This is probably as close as I'll get to heaven.
With the wide open spaces and stunning colors, it doesn't seem that far off either.
The greatest part about getting it out, the out of doors, it's like get away from in front of a screen, People are missing a lot. Kids are missing a lot by not doing this,
Everyone benefits from a healthy dose of the great outdoors. We just have to make sure we can enjoy experiences like these in the future.
You can come up and enjoy the beautiful scenery, but respect the country, respect the beauty, and leave it for other people that are coming, I think.
No matter what you're looking for in an adventure, the space and the people you share the outdoors with will make every moment special.
It's just great for families to join. There's just so many things for every kind of a person, all types of people. There's something for every single person.
This love for the outdoors is often passed down the generations to be a bonding and treasured family activity.
I've always enjoyed the mountains. My father worked for the Forest Service. I've been in the mountains a lot, and before the Razors, we had four-wheelers, which was a common thing. Now they've kind of gone to the wayside, and we're more into the side-by-sides, and I love being in the mountains.
A wonderful privilege to be able to get out and enjoy these magnificent public lands.
If you have a chance, you need to come and see this beautiful country.
There's certainly no shortage of it in Aurora.
You have so much terrain. It's just endless. And there's just so much to do, so much to see. It's just absolutely beautiful.
With so many horizons that trigger the imagination, Aurora and the surrounding trails are well worth a visit. For this week's Where To, I'm Steve Brown.
Utah is known for its mountains, but there aren't a lot of mountains that offer you adventure like this. Here in Hanksville, we're home to the Henry Mountains. Trails branch off toward hidden bluffs, and bison roam free as if you've traveled back to the days of the pioneers. Come to Hanksville and discover the Henry Mountains. Hanksville, Utah, your base camp for thrills.
At Stedman's Recreation, trucks are arriving daily with back-ordered side-by-sides, ATVs, and dirt bikes. Let Stedman's Recreation help get you outside so you can explore and create memories to last a lifetime. Call or stop by Stedman's to hold your side-by-side, ATV, or dirt bike with a small deposit. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta. Plus, Stedman's has a full service department and Honda power equipment.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Unexplored. Does it mean riding the same trails as everyone else? Fishing the same lakes? Stopping at the same views? No. Unexplored is so much more. To find it, you need to get off the beaten path. In the northeast corner of Utah, you and your family can still find a land that's unexplored. The shores of Flaming Gorge are only the beginning of a family adventure in Daggett County. Daggett County, Utah. It's what you find at the end of your adventure.
At Your Leisure has a long-standing reputation and a large, loyal audience of adventurers in the outdoors. Although we're excited to continue to grow and enjoy the shared success of our longtime sponsors, we have space for more. And if you have a brand that would benefit from the 2 decades of goodwill that we've built, contact us at AYLTV.com and let us amplify your voice above the competition.
Hi, welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're out here at Stedman's. I'm Brett Hermanson. This is Russ Stedman. We're checking out the new line of KO motorcycles that they just got in. It's a great alternative to the major manufacturers.
Yeah, we're really excited about a brand. You know, one of the problems the last few years has been being able to get enough vehicles for the demand that's out there.
Yeah, and that is a problem.
They approached me and they told me I could get units in a week. And they went through the list and I was like, well, I want them now. They're a good line. They're relatively unknown, but people are starting to hear about it.
And Russ is telling me that the parts on these are available as well. So if you go out and bend a wheel, break a lever, they can replace them.
Yeah, that's been a big concern. You bring up a good point. People are like, yeah, I can buy that now, but am I gonna be able to get it repaired? Am I gonna be able to get parts? And I wouldn't sell them at my dealership if I wasn't gonna back them up.
And a good price point. If you're here to buy 3 or 4 or 5 of them, you can actually get 4 and get 1 free almost, as opposed to
that's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, they have the pit bikes for the kids. So if mom and dad and a couple kids they all want to have bikes. They come in, they can get everyone a bike for about the price of 1 or 2 of your major brands.
All the way from a 50 on up to a 250. And they look really good. They have all the features. You have your upside down forks, disc brakes.
Some of the bigger bikes over here have some nice features like you're talking about. They have LED lights. I think they're actually HID lights. They got these breakaway levers. You know, you never have to replace a lever again. They're all keyed ignition. I love the seats on them too. The suspension on them's good. They're all electric start. They all have a backup kickstart. That's the other thing. Nowadays, a lot of these bikes, if it has electric start, you don't have a backup kickstart. So if your battery's dead, you gotta push start it, you know? Yeah. And so they've done this on all these. So they've done their homework.
It sounds like KO's got it figured out pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks like a real nice bike. We're gonna go try them out here in a while.
Yeah.
And see how good they are. And they make ATVs.
That's a little sport one. This is a little more utility minded, the 200 Bull here. And then you've got the 125 that also has the racks on it.
These are great little units, great price point.
Yeah, you know, we talked about the dirt bikes. There's a lot of people that just want 4 wheels.
Yeah.
And they want to put their kids on. Some of them want to make them look sporty like that. Some of them want more utility. And KO both makes the sport bikes and the utility bikes, 125, 70, 200. So they've got a really good line of beginner ATVs.
And they're great looking bikes. Well, Russ, looks like you have a clean one right over here.
Yeah. That's going to be our demo, so I think you'll be the first one to put mud on the tires, so to speak.
Let's go get it dirty.
I thought for sure you'd have mud on this white fender.
Yeah, well, you know, I took it easy on you.
Okay, good. I appreciate that.
Plus, I didn't want to have to buy a new bike today.
Right on.
But that was a lot of fun.
Glad you come out and did that. Now it's my turn.
Yeah, well, you have fun. And more At Your Leisure after this.
Join AYL and Stedman's Recreation for the Red, White, and Road event on September 9th and 10th along one of the most scenic roads in the country, Highway 12. Register now for $70 on AYLTV.com and get the ride, lunch, and dinner by the award-winning barbecue chef, Anthony Lujan. Come and enjoy the freedom of the road. Spaces are limited, so sign up now.
What would your perfect day in Green River look like? You'd probably start with a few good friends and a hearty breakfast. From there, you'd hit the trails along the Green River and find things you never expected. Your OHVs would take you to places both striking and serene. You'd end at Ray's for a burger and good conversation, letting the memories grow long into the night. Green River, Utah. Ride your perfect today.
Wondering where your next OHV adventure will take you? Outsiders Utah has your answer with downloadable GPS routes, ride times, distance, local amenities, and other details. 360 street views of the trails that let you explore before you go, and more. Eliminate the guesswork and uncertainty and find a trail you'll love. Visit outsidersutah.com and see the trail before you ride the trail.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure.
Hey, you know what? We are here at Salt Lake City Motorcars, right next to 2 Decks at South Jordan. I think that's the funnest part about all of this. A little bit of rain coming in on us right now, but you know, that's okay.
Yes.
We're gonna complete experimenting around with this because we're gonna drive a Lamborghini.
Ooh.
Okay? Lamborghinis, a lot of people think of that as you're gonna get into the Countach, maybe a Huracan. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to drive the family version.
The family version.
We're gonna drive
Definitely
the family version. This is the Urus. But the Lamborghini Urus here is one of the fastest cars built. This will do 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds.
Is it loud?
I think it's gonna sound pretty cool as we fire it up.
Okay, I guess we'll see.
Yep. And you know, it is a 200-mile-an-hour capable car. Now I can tell this, it takes a lot to know how to take care of these cars, what all the technology is, and I know for a fact that there is a lot that they pack into these, and they've got a great service department here.
Oh, yeah, it was very
with
nice.
Great technicians, with a great service manager. Why don't we take a look? Let's go talk to the guys behind the scenes and see what it takes and what their passions are behind these cars.
That'll be interesting.
I've never owned a car to this caliber, and being able just to kind of have free range to go out on track and push it to its limit, just the adrenaline alone is just something that you couldn't experience anywhere else. Favorite brand, probably a toss-up between Lamborghini and Porsche. A lot of it's just the culture that each manufacturer has. The clientele is one thing, and then just the overall performance of the vehicles. I mean, you're in the top tier of drivability, performance, just the enjoyability of the vehicles themselves.
Started out just when I was a kid working in my garage with my dad, and just I loved it. So I've done everything from big turbo kits, supercharging naturally aspirated, a car that was once naturally aspirated, supercharging it, naturally aspirated cars, turboing them, bigger turbos, methanol injection, tunes, suspension, big brakes, I mean, you name it, anything to go fast. I do like doing performance. I love fast cars. I like to go fast.
You want a hot dog?
If we get a hot dog, we're definitely gonna have to get a bougie hot dog.
Well, there's no better way to get a boozy hot dog than in this bad boy. Let's do it right here. There we go, Wiener Schnitzel.
Thank you for choosing Wiener Schnitzel. Order when you're ready.
Hi, can I get 2 chili cheese dogs, please?
Okay.
And if I may, do you have any Grey Poupon?
I'm sorry?
Grey Poupon? And while they're getting those for us, you guys go check out this week's Along the Way.
I'm Anthony Lujan with the Pitmasters Podcast and Smoke Ain't No Joke Barbecue. Today I'm with my co-host of the Pitmasters Podcast, Rusty Monson, and the head pitmaster of Salt City Barbecue. He's going to be cooking up some pork nachos today. Man, they're to die for. The queso on there, the coleslaw, jalapenos, all of it. You need it all to eat it with the glove, right?
You have to eat it with the glove.
Yeah,
there's so much stuff on there. It's like an 8-course meal. You know,
Right.
put a glove on, take it off when you're done, throw it away. It's like it never happened.
Right. It's amazing. Let's go check it out and see how he does
Let's
it.
do it. Nacho making is an art, and I realized this a little bit later because you substitute any little thing out of this nacho and it tastes completely different. I've worked in restaurants my whole life. When I was able to, the first thing I did is I started barbecue competitions. And And so we had a lot of success out the gate. That's where it all started, you know, passion for barbecue and wanting to own my own place and not work for anyone else. So that kind of blended together, and here we are. So what we start with a corn tortilla. And then we use this jalapeno red pepper queso. It's a white queso. And we just kind of top that over the top like that. And then we have these homemade beans. These are my Aunt Carrie's beans. Family recipe here. Then over here we have our homemade coleslaw. So of course we have our traditional fare. We have brisket, we have pulled pork, we have ribs, we have sandwiches and stuff like that. But we like to smoke it for at least 14 hours. We smoke in an old hickory pit. We use pecan wood, in my opinion, best flavored wood out there. We actually don't season it before we smoke it. We just throw it on the smoker and let it get as much smoke flavor as we can. And then what we'll do is we'll put seasoning and different things on it afterwards to kind of give it that flavor. And then we have our homemade Kansas City style barbecue sauce. And then we kind of top it with cheese. This is more for aesthetics than anything else. And then when we're done, we're gonna come over here and put a little bit of jalapenos on it. Just like that. And that is the Salt City Barbecue barbecue nachos. Nachos are funny. It's now our best seller, which is cool. But you know, if you're a barbecue guy, it's kind of hard being known as a nacho guy, but hey, you know, the nachos speak for themselves. I really like parking here because one, it's a really cool place. You got the outdoor seating, it's absolutely beautiful, the trees, the shade, or you can go indoors and it's a huge space with air conditioning, and those sodas in there are unreal.
Basically, my wife and I just fell in love with food trucks traveling. We thought there should be a place for them to gather in Utah. So that kind of where the idea was there. We never thought it would come there, but you know, her passion is the food and the drinks. The soda shop, she takes it to the next level. She makes a lot of the mixtures herself, you know. She'll always have a certain specialty every week. So she has a lot of fun with it, and we have a lot of fun with it. My passion is lights and events and stuff, so I really wanted to have an event space, and we thought that it would all work together, you know, make a cool place to hang out, to eat good food and get good drinks. We really were looking at a lot of designs of like train stations. We love the curved architecture and the brickwork and stuff like that. We have a few fun things that happen almost weekly. Today we have, every Thursday, we have the flower market come, and they grow their flowers here local. So lots of wedding planners and florists will come and grab the flowers, and then it's open to the public too. So any group comes to us and says, let's do a cool event, let's get some food trucks together and spread the word. That's what we want to do. You know, we just want to make it somewhere to enjoy good times together and good food.
I don't think people understand there's a real art to this, you know, making nachos. I didn't realize it at first, like, nacho's a nacho. But then you start making it, you're like, oh, well, let's try this. And it's like, well, that completely changed the whole ballgame. So I think you make your own nachos, you put your own stamp on it. It's pretty cool, actually.
Thanks, Rusty, for showing us how that's done.
Sure.
Yeah, right. We'll come back and visit you some more.
Yeah,
at
that'd be great.
I guess the local Grove Station here at the Food Truck Plaza.
Come on down, guys. Great place to be, for sure.
More at your leisure. We'll be right back.
Where is Aurora, Utah? That's a good question. But here's a better one. Why should Aurora, Utah be your next destination? Some people will ask, where can I go on my next adventure? A better question is, how far can I go on my next adventure? In Aurora, the answer is as far as your gas tank will take you. Aurora, all 570 in the heart of central Utah. Aurora, Utah, where the good old days are brand new.
The world food supply is something you don't think much about, but you probably should. The availability of beef is going to be low next year, so rather than pay high store prices, why not consider buying a quarter or half beef from butter-steaks.com. It's premium beef from Yardley's, and it is delicious. Stock up now at butter-steaks.com before the prices rise.
When you're ready for adventure, fuel your machine with Clear 91. Fuel for performance, fuel for adventure, and fuel for the long haul. Ethanol-free, 91 octane. Fill up with Clear 91. Only available at Eagles Landing. With you for the long haul.
Was that fun or what?
Yes, very much so. Has a lot of power.
I think she liked that, huh?
Yes.
Here is a hot rod at heart right here. This girl knows how to drive. Let me tell you, I have a feeling, I know, that you're gonna want something like this.
Oh yeah, I want something in here for sure now.
These are wonderful cars, and let me tell you, the performance characteristics of that Urus really did surprise me.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you think?
It was very shocking.
Yeah?
Yes, it was
a lot
it
of
was
power.
A lot
I have
of
to say,
G-force for sure.
for a grocery getter, for a family sedan and SUV, that thing got it done. Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna check out a little bit more in here, but why don't you guys check out next week's show? Next week, Reese and Marianne Stein are taking us back to the wonderful land of Turkey, but this time they're showing off massive preserved Roman theaters on the Mediterranean coast. Then everyone has their idea of a dream vacation home. However, dreams don't always line up with reality. Next week, we'll meet one man who used innovation to turn unusable forest land into his dream destination. Now let's take a look at our contest winner. This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Brad Marsh, and it looks like Brad is the lucky winner of a Clearly Tough windshield for his rig. Clearly Tough offers the strongest windshields on the market. Visit clearlytough.com for more details. And don't forget that the annual Red, White, and Road event is right around the corner. Registration is limited to 50 bikes, so hurry up and sign up now at the AYLTV.com events page while there's still space. Also, we want to remind you that AYL has got some exciting news coming up, and we're offering you a chance to be involved. Have you ever wanted to have AYL access right at your fingertips? We've got some big things launching soon, so stay tuned.
The next week's show looks great.
I don't know how it's going to beat this one, however, because driving that Urus was a lot of fun, you know? And we have to say thank you to Scott McAllister for showing us around this fine facility and behind the scenes. This has been fantastic. What a treat.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you for visiting both. We hope you come back soon.
Yes.
And you're close.
We will. I'm right next door. So it's not a far walk for me, but I'm definitely going to come back around. You know, the more we drive these cars and the more we see them, the more I have a feeling my wife's really going to want one. Make it rain,
where
baby.
It starts.
Make it rain, right?
Yes, thank you so much for letting us drive that. That was awesome.
Yes,
absolutely, my
pleasure. It was wonderful. You know, the craftsmanship of these automobiles is absolutely phenomenal. The workmanship that goes behind them, I can see. I love the line. They handle so well. The technology is what's phenomenal, and it's very, very impressive.
Well, these are top of the echelon, if you will. They are the pinnacle vehicles, both from a desire standpoint, as well as things like performance and luxury.
No doubt about it.
Thank you again.
Yes, well, it's just absolutely awesome. So certainly with that in mind, we challenge everybody to get off their couches and remember that there is adventure around every bend.
So get out and create your own bougie adventure.
At your leisure.